And also, this will not be applicable to those who are transitioning to permanent residence. These are the applicants who have already submitted the PR application in Canada. So maybe like you have received a provincial nomination and followed along with that provincial nomination, you have submitted your PR application already. Or if you have received an invitation to apply when you are in the express entry uh, stream, then you receive an invitation and then you have submitted a PR application already. But this is not for people who have submitted an EOI, an expression of interest to a province, or have submitted an application to the express entry pool. Then you will not be eligible. But if you have already applied for the PR, then you will be eligible to apply for something called a bridging work permit while waiting for the decision on your PR application. And if you fall into that category, then your spouses and dependent children will be eligible to uh, get their open work permits as well. So the stressful situation now is that some of the spouses and family members who are already in Canada, or maybe ones who were waiting to apply from outside of Canada, might not become eligible with these new changes. So if that is the case, uh, we all understand that it's a very stressful situation, but the key advice is like stay calm and look for other alternative options. If you're a foreign worker in Canada, or if you're a PGWP holder in Canada, or if you're an international student who is uh, waiting to complete your study program in the upcoming months, uh, keep keep in mind that for you to be eligible to apply for your spouse, you need to have a tier 0 or tier 1 job. So you will have to seek for such jobs actively. And also, uh, if you can't secure a job that will fall into this eligibility criteria, then your spouses can look for other alternative work permits, like maybe to obtain a fresh job offer, uh, along with supported by an LMIA, or maybe there are some LMIA exempt other programs, these agreements, and things like that. So search up for those other alternative options in terms of getting a work permit for your spouse. And if I'm to summarize these changes, so I will now summarize the changes that we already discussed. These changes were introduced on the 14th of January 2025 and will be in effect on the starting from the 21st of January. So if you're submitting an application before the 21st of January, these changes will not apply to you. And if you're submitting the application on or after 21st of January 2025, these changes will be applicable with regard to the open work permit eligibility of your spouses and dependent children. So the first one, for international students to be eligible to apply for a spousal open work permit for their spouses, they will have to study in a master's program, which is having a minimum duration of 16 months, or in a doctoral program, or in an undergraduate program that have been specifically listed by IRCC based on the labor shortages in Canada currently. So, if you're a foreign worker, for you to become eligible to apply for your spouse for an open work permit, your job offer will have to be at tier 0 or tier 1 level. If not, if you're having a tier 2 or tier 3 job, which is in an in-demand sector, which has been identified as a sector in which there is a labor shortage, so the priority sectors, the list, some of the sectors have already been announced by IRCC, but IRCC will release the full list of these sectors on the 21st of January. So if your job falls into any of these sectors, even if you're working in a tier 2 or tier 3 job, you will still be eligible to apply for a spousal open work permit for your spouse. And the next one, if your dependent children were going to apply for open work permits, if they fall into the age suitable to do a job in Canada, or if they have already been in Canada work on an open work permit, they will not be eligible any longer if you're going to submit a new application. But if they already have a open work permit approved and valid, they can keep working. But if you're submitting a new application, the dependent children will not be eligible any longer for an open work permit. And the open work permits approved under previous rules for spouses and dependent children will still be valid. So this is a time that has created so much stress on the temporary residents because of changes that we hear frequently. And this one indeed is a big change. And if your spouse is already in Canada, uh, you might, if you know that you cannot apply or renew for them, if the circumstances are changing, like if you're completing your study program and entering into a postgraduate work permit, and if you are not sure whether you will be able to secure a tier 0 or tier 1 job, or a job that will be in the tier 3, 2 or 3 in an in-demand sector, you will get stressed out, and it but the advice is though not to panic and stay calm and look for information and see what you can do. There will still be some options you as the principal applicant can do, or the spouses can apply for some of the alternative programs as well. So the key thing is having the right information, staying informed. For this, you can always read the official website of IRCC, or you can consult someone who is qualified to give you the right advices. So unfortunately, there is a lot of misinformation circulating around, so be careful with those. And thank you for joining with me today. Uh, and we will have more changes hopefully next week. And I will connect with you once we have more information. All the best and thank you.